The Dark is a 2018 film directed by Justin P. Lang. It's written by Lang with a cast including Nadia Alexander and Toby Nichols. And I will say the performances are very good for the most part. Visually, the makeup, absolutely incredible. But aside from some good dialogue between our protagonists, there's not a lot about this that I enjoyed. Visually, yes, it's very good. But for a horror film, it's not scary in the slightest. There are a couple of jump scares, but other than that, it's not very scary. And the narrative is basically nothing. Nothing happens. It's about an undead girl who becomes friends with a boy who can't see. And, well, she's undead and he has a difficult life, and they connect with this. We do have some good dialogue between both of them, and they basically just spend time together, and that's about it. There are a few small things that happen, but in general, that's it, and it's very, very, very slow. And by the end of it, I won't say what happens at the end in case you choose to watch it, but by the end of it, I had questions. And I had too many questions, and there are just too many loose ends, and there are just aspects of it that don't seem to make a tremendous amount of sense. They're not very well written, and as such, the narrative is not a joy to watch. So unfortunately, there's not really much about this that I can praise in terms of the story. I guess the characters are reasonably well written, but because I still had questions, I wasn't that satisfied with the characters. The makeup, absolutely incredible. Really, really loved it. Visually, quite a stunning film. Some of the lighting's not the best, but in general, it's okay. We have a lot of outdoor scenes, and I don't know where it's filmed. Yes, I do. According to IMDb, it is filmed in Ontario. And we have this beautiful woods or forest, absolutely stunning to look at. That certainly works really, really well. So there are some okay aspects, but the characters are interesting to begin with, but ultimately not very satisfying. And the narrative itself is very weak, not scary, and I think just leaves too many things unanswered. So I don't think The Dark is a good film. I think it had potential, and I think the dialogue, some of the dialogue, is pretty decent. Maybe thought-provoking to some degree, but ultimately I came away from it feeling really unsatisfied. Not just that I didn't care for it, but that I was kind of irritated that there were, in my opinion, too many questions without answers. So I didn't really care for it. Do I recommend it? Not really. If you're curious, if there's something about this that's drawing you to it, then maybe it's worth a watch. It's not the worst experience ever. I'd say it's more frustrating than bad. But there are some good aspects, and in general, The Dark is at best an average film, but unfortunately, it just didn't deliver with what could have been interesting if they'd maybe gone a different route. I don't know what that route would look like, but I don't think there's enough substance there to be an enjoyable film. Some decent aspects, but ultimately The Dark is not a very good film. I think it needed a lot of work to be more enjoyable. But if you're curious, I guess it's watchable. Maybe check it out. But for me, it didn't work very well.